In 2009, May 4th, fulfilled a lifelong dream for me, in the sense that I was able to come here to the Royal Albert Hall and do a show on my own, and with very low or little expectations of who was going to show up, and we were able to fill the place. And by some grace of God, Eric Clapton came out and sat in with us for a song, and it changed my life. I owe Eric a debt of gratitude that I'll never be able to repay, because I knew that was going to either be the first day of the rest of my career or the last day of the best night of my career. So fortunately, it was the first day of the next chapter, which is now almost 10 years. Well, I remember walking out. My dressing room tonight is just 5 feet from where I walked out in 2009. And I walked out with the suit, with that collar and this guitar, and I was shaking. Like, I walk out tonight being an alumnus, and I kind of know what to expect, but I didn't know what to expect when people were here. And you guys do a very good job when when the artists come in for the first time. The building's all lit, there's smoke and haze, and there's these stalls, and this it's not ominous, but it is omnipresent how gigantic the place is versus you. And this is one of the few places, if not the only place in the world, where it doesn't matter who is on the stage. The place is bigger than any one single entity, artist, performer, patron, maybe for the exception of one woman who owns the place. It really transcends any artist and any music. It's larger than anything you'll ever be. And as long as you walk into the place with that reverence and respect and I guess just the sense of history, which has come before you and what is going to come after you, then you're going to be okay. If you come in thinking, well, I have a hot single on BBC One, this place will eat you for breakfast. I was honored enough to play on stage with not only a crack band, but with John Lord, the late great John Lord. And John Lord came in and he sat in with us at a song called The Ballad of John Henry. And then later that night I got to sit in with Deep Purple, which was just, one of those kind of like pinch me moments, and we're here raising money for a good cause, and I've gotten to know the folks in Deep Purple a little bit over the years, and they were nice enough to ask me to be a participant in this. And once again, you just see this place, how it has, when people, no matter, again, if it's Gary Booker from Procol Harum or Deep Purple or whoever is on stage. There was a plethora of artists that night. They all had a different reason why they loved and respected the stage and wanted to be there. And it was a great night to be a part of. This is his house. Hell, he put the soundproofing so we all could sound pretty good in here. This is his house, and the reason why I want to play here is because of his legacy. And starting with Cream, starting with and all those shows he did in the '80s, 24 Nights, and all the shows he's done here since. He's done 200 shows, as he said. And Clapton would be the one I'd like to see here, because talk about a guy who's been on that stage more times than you can count, coming home, literally, and it's like it fits hand to glove, and it's like that music fits this place fits that music. They couldn't have anticipated 100 years before Eric Clapton debuted that they were going to build a place that would be totally suited for somebody like that. It's like the Allman Brothers in the Beacon Theater in New York City. They did 260 shows there, and I think Steely Dan has done 200 shows at the Beacon Theater, and they could have played bigger rooms, but they decided to play this place. Eric Clapton could have played Wembley or the Stadium many times, but he decided to just keep it here, which is testament to integrity and making the fans feel that their inputs welcome. You know, it's not just, you don't want to just be a speck on a stage. You want to be seen. And the great thing about this place is it's 5,000 seats, but everybody could see the performer. People always ask me about the Eric Clapton association with that night, and I remember there's the dressing room reserved for the main performer, and it's right off of stage. Well, it'd be stage left or house right, depending on how you're looking at it, and it's right off the stage. You know, it's right off the stage. It's the dressing room I'm about to stand up and walk into right if we're done with this interview. And in 2009, now this was my big night. This was the big, there's no guarantees I'm going to come back. There's no guarantees I'm going to fill the place to begin with. And I remember because Mr. Clapton was coming, his guitar tech at the time, it was labeled Mr. Guitar Tech's tuning room. And I was relegated to the room next door on my big night. And I said to myself, you know what? This is the coolest thing ever. I'm second fiddle on my big night, and I love it because it was this again, you have to have respect for the people that have come before you. You have to have respect for the people that come after you. You have to have respect for the house. You know, when you come in, when you walk into this room, when you walk into this building, you cannot discount what a one-of-a-kind situation that you're in the world. I've played every opera house from here to Hong Kong. There's a reason why this place there's a reason why I spent 300 pounds at the gift shop for all the stationery, which I did, 10% discount. Yeah, but you got to get the guy like an automated system up there because he's got to manually write it in. It took him 20 minutes.